Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome. David Young here, founder of Drone Launch Academy, actually coming to you from the guest room of my house because everybody's on lockdown right now because of the coronavirus. So bear with me here. I got my drone launch sign up so it looks slightly more like a regular office. But today I wanted to bring to you 3 fun drones that you can do at home. So we know everybody around the country, most people are at home, working from home. Business is generally slow just everywhere because people are trying to quarantine. So we wanted to come to you and bring to you some fun things you can do at home with drones, cheap, affordable options. Maybe you can do them with your kids. I mean, most of these drones are fairly kid-friendly, although all drones you gotta watch out for the propellers and the fingers. But these are some of my favorite drones that I use just at my house with my kids, just flying around the neighborhood, flying for fun. They actually help a lot practicing the stick skills because 2 of these drones actually don't have any sensors, any like vision sensors or GPS sensors. So they're manual controlled. This Telo does a little bit, but we'll get into that in a minute. But I'm gonna take you through each of these drones individually so you can get a feel for what's in the box, what they are, how to fly them, and maybe give you something fun to do during the quarantine. So the 3 drones we're gonna talk about, the Hubsan X4, it's very small. This one I think is about 25 bucks. The Syma X5c, this was actually my first ever drone years ago. Fun drone, I think this one's about $35, $40. These are just, Amazon average prices. And then the Telo, I think I got this one for about $100. They go anywhere from, I've seen them as cheap as 80, so about 80 to 100 bucks. So this one's a little bit more advanced. This one you fly with a controller, and then this one you can actually fly with a smartphone, or you can match a compatible controller. It does not come with a controller since you can do it through your phone. So let's dive into these and have some fun at home with drones. All right, so the first one I want to talk about is the Hubsan X4. This is by far the smallest of the drones that we have. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus in on that. It's by far the smallest of the drones that we're reviewing today, but it's a fun one. It's been around for a while. Let me unbox this for you here, and you can get a feel for what's inside of it. So I've already undone the tape. This one opens up from here. So first things first, you can pull the drone out. This is how big it is. Pretty small, okay? You can see that there's a battery compartment here where you can plug it all in to the flight controller. Real tiny. All right, pull this out. Got some accessories in here. These little compartments. Take those out. Cables. Ooh. Extra propellers. Looks like something to change propellers. Charging cable for your battery. Just a regular USB charging. Some more accessories on this side maybe. Nope, this one's empty. All right. Controller is huge compared to the drone. Is that it? Oh, then we got some instructions in here. The bottom of the box. Cool. So that's all that's in the box. I'm gonna toss this to the side. So we got the controller, basically enormous compared to the drone. But there's a little spot down here for some batteries. Oh, I'm gonna break it. Looks like it takes 4 AAA batteries. Turn it on and off there. The drone, this battery comes out in the back here, so this is how you plug it together. But this is hardwired into the drone. You can pull this guy out here. So this is your battery. So I'm gonna charge this up, put some batteries in this controller, and we'll give it a whirl. All right, so I got my Hubsan X4 over here charging up. My battery pack over there. In the meantime, I want to talk to you about the Syma X5c. This one's the Syma X5c1. And this one's about 35, 40 bucks on Amazon. We'll have links somewhere around this video for you guys to get this stuff. This was the first drone I ever flew. Really fun. I like it because it's a fairly decent size, but it's super lightweight. And if you're flying it around, if you lose control, you can literally just cut the power and it'll basically float down to the ground without hurting anything or hurting anyone. So positive on the safety side. Negative is it gets hung up in a tree super easily because it's very light and it has, especially if you've got these prop guards on, those get caught in the limbs. Super easy, hard to get down. Hard to find too. I've lost maybe 4 or 5 of these. So let's go ahead and take a look what's inside the box. All right, so let me see if I can pull this out. Kind of a bigger box than the last one. So if you open this up here, flip it over, and see. Let me show you this. All right, cool. So you've got the basic body of the drone here. Again, super, super lightweight. This is the drone, okay? Red lights mean the front, green lights mean the back. I've always thought that was very counterintuitive, but that's how it is on drones. I'm gonna set this down here on my laptop. Again, pretty beefy controller, but you have here There's your sticks, you know, your up and down, yaw left and right, and this is usually your, in a mode 2, this is your forward back, left bank, right bank. Again, this one takes batteries, I believe 4 AA's. I'll have to unscrew it to make sure about if my memory is right. 4 AA's. These are actually some trim controls. So let's say your drone keeps drifting to the left or right, you can you know, bump it like this to the right a couple, and it'll change the default neutral setting to go over a little bit. So that's on the first side of the foam. Flip it over to the back. Some tape right here. All right, so you have, again, some extra propellers, your battery charger, which we got one already with the Hubsan, but this is fine, and a screwdriver for the back of the controller to put the batteries in. Also, this is nifty, this little guy here, this orange thing. This is a USB adapter for your memory card. You can put your memory card in there, and then your USB adapter there. So one thing I forgot to mention that's nice about the Syma over the Hubsan, if you look at the Hubsan, right? No camera, you're just flying it around. The Syma actually has a small 720p camera on it that does audio and video, and it comes with a lot of times it comes with a little memory card. This one's only 4 gigs, so pretty small. Downside is you can't actually see what the Syma X5c is shooting. So you're just hoping that you're flying it in an area where you can see something, and the battery pack for the Syma is actually under here. So you pull this out like this, gotta give a little nudge, right? And then it kind of just flips up like that. Your battery is in here. So the battery actually looks a little bit bigger than the one that was in the Hubsan. If you want to compare, still plugged in on the Hubsan over here. So this is the Hubsan, and this is the Syma. You can see there, the Syma is a little bit bigger, but they do have the same connector to charge and everything. All right, we went over the Hubsan X4, the Syma X5c, both fun drones, both cheap. If you're wanting to take it up a notch and kind of get some more tech in there, be able to fly with your phone, maybe even take some video and pictures that are halfway decent, you are going to want to get the Telo. Again, this one goes for about $80 to $100, so definitely a jump up from the last 2 drones we looked at. These are a lot of fun. They're small, definitely more options with them because you have an app. So these are made by a company called Rise, but they say powered by DJI, so DJI is affiliated with this drone. So you can change out the white faceplate on the drone for, you know, blue, yellow, some fun ones if you want to really dive into that. So let's open this up and kind of show you what's inside the box and how to get started with it. All right, so we got the Telo here. Let's go ahead and open this up, see what's inside. All right, so we got the Telo, comes in this little plastic box. There's no controller again with this one. It's just the drone. So you open it up, nothing in the plastic but this, the drone. You'll see it's got some sensors on the bottom here. These are vision sensors, so it helps when flying. It looks at the ground to see where it is. So if you're not moving, it'll try to hold itself in place by looking at the ground. So if you're flying forward and you let go, it'll automatically hit the brakes and stop there. These prop guards come installed already, which you might as well just leave them on. The thing is very small. It's actually a little bit heavier than the Syma X5c over here. They're actually maybe about the same weight, a little bit, maybe a little bit heavier. But these prop guards actually can snap off if you just pull the tab up. On one side they have these little tabs here. If you pull the tab on one side, all these prop guards come off if you really would like to take them off. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. Much easier than the Syma X5c with the screws and all that. So now your prop guards are off, piece of cake, okay? So your battery actually is, I believe, in the bottom here, okay? So open this up, have some more fun stuff in the bottom, dump all that out, toss the box. Man, quite a beefy and skinny book here, quick start guide. You can look through that if you want. It's pretty self-explanatory, intuitive stuff. All right, here's your accessories, your battery and all that stuff. So let's dump this out. We got some extra propellers, a little tool to change them, and you have your battery. So this battery slides in here and just clicks in. This and snaps. Boom, you're done. You turn it on by a button on the side here, right there. Push and hold it. That's how you do the power on. You just push and hold to turn the power off. Power off. Boom. Pull it out. You just grab in here, just pull it, pops right out. Now to charge it, you actually put the battery, unlike the other two, you put the battery in the drone on this one. So you leave the battery in here, clip it in, and you use a micro USB cable here, plug it into a USB power source. One thing, this does not come with that USB cable that you need, so you'll need your own. micro USB cable, but those are very common to charge cell phones and tons of other electronics. So you probably have one of those lying around, but I'm gonna go ahead and charge this one up along with the others. Once we get them charged up, we'll take them for a test run. Okay, so we're all charged up with our 3 drones. We have, again, the Hubsan X4. We have the Telo, that's partnered with DJI, and we have the Syma X5c, kind of in size order here. I'm gonna rearrange them though, because this is from cheapest to most expensive. First, let's talk about the Hubsan X4. We've charged it up. We've got the batteries in the controller. It takes 4 AAAs. I put them back here in the controller. Pretty easy to pair it. So I'm gonna first move these other 2 drones here. Move them off to the side. So if you look in the back, I've put the battery in, goes in this little slot here. Put the battery in, and you have to leave it detached or else it will kick on. That's how you turn it on with this one. It's the cheapest of them, so it's the most low tech. So you plug it in, it's got like a really high ringing noise to it, but once you do that, it's on. So I'll set that down. Remember, red is in the back, blue's in the front. On the controller, I've got the batteries already installed. You just flip up on the controller here, turns on, and you give a little toggle up and down on the left stick, and it's connected. So we'll take this guy off here. All right, this one's a little bit unstable. Fun drone to fly though. You have to give it a lot of like moving around. It's getting blown around by the wind a lot. So let me go ahead and see if I can. There we go, catch this thing. So that's the Hubsan. Fun little drone, 25 bucks. Again, to turn it off, you just take the back here, pull the plug, and you're done. The Hubsan and the Syma, they get about, I've heard 7 minutes worth of flight time for about 45 minutes of charge. So sometimes it pays to have an extra set of batteries, and we will link up below this video where you can get some extra batteries so you're not having to wait around. You can get them all charged up ahead of time. That's the Hubsan. Fun drone, huge controller. So it's a little hard to control, but fun for indoors. Fun to fly around. You can get outside too. You just gotta be careful getting it too far away. You'll definitely lose sight of this thing quickly. So that is the Hubsan X4. All right, now we're gonna be talking about the Syma X5c, one of my favorite drones. It was one of my first drones. It's very lightweight. It's got a camera on it, again, a 720p camera for photos and video, although it takes very poor videos and photo. So it's just for fun. As you can see, the camera's fixed on there. Doesn't have a gimbal. It can't really rotate. So anytime you're gonna turn the drone one way or the other, you're gonna see that picture turning like you're flying first person view almost. The battery compartment is underneath. So to open the battery, you have to pull the camera back and then just connect it, similar to the Hubsan, same method of connecting. So the controller, but it's a similar setup to the Hubsan. You have your trim controls on the side, or you can change kind of the neutral setting, and then you flip it up like this to turn it on. You go up and down to connect it to the drone if the drone is turned on. So we're gonna do that here in a second. We're gonna turn the drone on. On the back you see an on-off switch here. You just flip that to the side, it starts to light up. See, they're blinking like that. All right, it'll keep blinking until you connect the controller. So we're gonna turn the controller on. And we're gonna go up, down, and the lights will be solid. And then you can see, boom, we're connected. So the drone's on and connected, and to go up, you just wanna give it a little bit of power right here, and it'll start to slowly lift off. And you gotta be really gentle with the controls, because this one, it does have a lot of juice. So it's a little more stable. It's a little wider, a little bigger than the Hubsan, so it's a little bit more stable. In my opinion, a little bit easier to fly indoors. And I'll try to land this here. Not the smoothest landing ever, but it works. And again, you can take pictures and video with these buttons on the side right here. And when you're done, you can take the card out of the back here, put it into your computer with the card reader that it comes with, and see what you got. So this is one of my favorites. This might be my top pick if you're just starting out and just picking one. Syma X5c, about $35 or $40 on Amazon. So that's fun. We'll turn that one off and we'll move over to the Telo. All right, so last but not least is the Telo, made by DJI or in partnership with DJI. This one is really fun. It's the most expensive of the three, $80 to $100. It's got some extra sensors under here that allow you to be more stable inside. It'll kind of hover in one place. It's got an app. It's just, it's a much cooler drone all around if you can afford it. A little bit sturdier, more stable. You can fly indoors, outdoors. So if you really want to spring for a nice beginner, amateur drone, this is a good one to pick. So to turn it on, there's a button right here on the side. You just press and hold. When you do that, it should come on here with the lights on the front. So I'll press and hold it, and you'll see that it lights up. All right, now the app. I'm gonna get us on the app here, show you my screen. So you need to download the Telo app, and we're gonna connect the drone here. So when you open the Telo app, you're gonna say, aircraft is not connected to your device. To your device, you're gonna go ahead and do connect Telo, and this is gonna connect with Wi-Fi. And boom, we're connected. And you go back to the Telo app, and you should be in. Now you're gonna be required to activate it. We can go ahead and activate it, authorize. All right, so we are in. All right, so once you have your Telo connected to your phone via Wi-Fi, this is the screen you should see. So to take off, you just tap that button in the top left corner, you slide to take off, and then boom, lift off. And you can fly it around with the control and the controller. And as you can see, it's a lot steadier, so I can just bring it down, leave it right here, and not really touch it, and it'll just stay hovering. And then if you want, you can do a tap to land in your hand. So you tap a button, you hit hand landing, yes, and then it looks for your hand, and if it sees your hand, it'll just land in your hand. Pretty cool. It can do stuff like flips, it's got fast mode, slow mode, a lot of cool features in here that you can play with. So again, this one's $100, a little bit more advanced, more options. It's got bounce mode where it'll kind of stay above the ground even if it changes elevation. It's got circle mode where it'll fly in a circle and record things. 360 mode. It's got a flips mode. It's got it where you can just throw it in the air and it takes off. A lot of cool different flight modes in here. So fun stuff if you want a drone that's got a little bit more capabilities to it. All right, so there you have it. Our 3 favorite recreational at-home drones. The Hubsan X4, which is our cheapest, 25 bucks. Your most budget-friendly option. Not the best controllability, not many options, but if you just want something to buzz around the house or buzz around outside, it's a fun drone. Then next, the Syma X5c, a little bit more expensive, $35, $40, but it has photo and video capability. Even though you can't see what you're taking a picture of, you can still get it up there, take some pictures, take some video, have some fun. A little bit more stable, a little bit more predictable, a little more lightweight. This would kind of be our middle of the road option. I really like this drone. Next is the Telo. Again, this is got the most features, if you will, $80 to $100. It's got sensors, vision sensors, very, very stable inside, even pretty stable outside. You fly it with your phone, has different flight modes, can do a lot of fun things with this drone too. So cheapest to most expensive, those are our picks. I hope that helps. Hope you guys can have fun, get outside in your yards maybe, or outside of your apartment building, fly some drones around just for fun, or a lot of these, even all of these, you can fly within your house. So hope you enjoy that. Hope you can have some fun with drones to pass the time, maybe have something to do with your kids or your family members. So thanks everyone, hope you're doing well. Have a great day.